Good afternoon everybody, it's Ian from RTO here. Hope you're all well. We have not had any more major issues like we did with 10cc this morning where we had a bit of a power failure. But apart from that, everything's good. So welcome to the Classic Album Show. And today we are looking at a real album that I've got in my hand. We're looking at Tom Petty's Full Moon River. Okay, this was his first solo debut album, released on the 24th of April 1989. It features one of the members of the Heartbreakers, notably Mike Campbell, Jeff Lynne and Roy Orbison, who'd done this prior to he died, George Harrison, all from the Travelling Wilburys. It's a very good album, produced by Jeff Lynne. Did very well, and especially in America, got to number 3 in the Billboard charts, and it is a fantastic album. Other people are on here. Jim Kilter does drums and maracas. Roy Orbison does backing vocals on Zombie Zoo. And it was produced by Jeff Lynne with Tom Petty and Mike Campbell. So the first track, Free Fallin', is a classic song. It's one of my favourite songs on the album. It's just a beautiful song. Very basic rock and roll song, and it is a brilliant song. Then we get the classic I Won't Back Down. This does not just only feature George Harrison on guitar on this, but in the video the drummer is no less than Mr. Ringo Starr. Great track, great backing vocals, typical Jeff Lynne production on the song. Superb song. Then we get Love Is a Long Road, written by Tom Petty and Mike Campbell. So as you expect, it's going to have them embraces the work with the Heartbreakers. Very Heartbreakers, and it is a pretty solid track. Facing the Crowd, another great song. Embraces both the electric and acoustic guitar. Beautifully produced by Jeff Lynne. Fantastic song. Then we come to my favourite track on the album, Running Down a Dream. The video to this is superb. Remember seeing it on one of the music shows back in the day, and I loved it. Truly, it's the bass line on this that is incredible. Drives this song. It's a truly classic, absolutely brilliant song. Then we get Feel a Whole Lot Better, written by Gene Clark, of course, from the Byrds. This is just an awesome track. Brilliant cover, brilliant stuff. You're So Bad, another great track. Co-written by Jeff Lynne, and it's got Jeff Lynne's mark on this all over this song. Great lyrics, bit of tongue-in-cheek, but very good. Depending on You, definitely got that Jeff Lynne touch. He's such a good producer, fine musician in his own right, that still makes great albums and produces them. Terrific song. The Apartment song, great rock song this is. Great track and good fashion rocker. All Right for Now. This is a little 2-minute lullaby. Very pleasant track. A Mind with a Heart of Its Own. Again, great rock and roll in the style of Bo Diddley. You just can't get any better than that. And then the album ends up with Zombie Zoo, which has got backing vocals from Jeff Lynne and the magnificent Roy Orbison. It's a nice little track, all about freaky girls when they put on their makeup and all that sort of thing. Really, really, really good track. So the artwork in here is superb. I mean, that's a fantastic picture. I do like that picture. On the other side, you get all the lyrics. This is the good old days. Who's on it? The Engineers. What label they put it on? MC, I think it's MCA Records. There's the record. This is the original pressing of it, by the way. It's when it first came out. I brought this, and on the pack you got a great picture of Tom. Again, sadly no longer with us. Absolutely top musician from America. Enjoyed his stuff with the Travelling Wilburys, which we'll be looking at some stage. But this album, I consider this the best piece of work that Tom Petty ever did. Nothing after it topped this. It does help when you've got a great producer in Jeff Lynne. Whatever he touched turns to gold. I mean, he produced Cloud 9, George Harrison's one of his solo albums, and that's a gem as well. This is everything that what is considered to me a classic album. It was from 1989. Music in 1989 wasn't particularly interesting. It was when grunge came in, and I've never really been a big fan of grunge. But this was a breath of fresh air, going back to the roots of rock and roll. So I have to give it an RTO ranking of the Big Ten today, because it's an album I play so much. I mean, I got this on CD now, and I've got it on. It's on my iPod as well. And got various versions of it, and it's a great album. I love listening to it. Anyway, that's for today. No hiccups in this show. That's all right. So tomorrow we have got another viewer request. Although the albums have been sitting there ranked, someone actually says, "Are you going to do the Fish?" Because he'd watched the Marillion one and thoroughly enjoyed it. And in the comments he put, "Are we doing Fish?" I went, "Yes, we'll do him next week." So we're looking at Fish's solo career tomorrow. And also we've got a very special retro ranking tomorrow. It's all to do with this week, the release of the new James Bond film, No Time to Die. So tomorrow we are going to be doing a retro ranking on all the soundtrack songs, so the ones that at the beginning of the credits. So we're going to do all 25 as a special show for that. So that's all coming up tomorrow. Whatever you're doing for the rest of the day, have a great day. And don't forget, on Wednesday we have got that special show for Quo fans, a tribute to Mr. Alan Lancaster, who sadly passed yesterday. And I will be choosing my top 10 songs written or co-written by the man himself, which will be a real special show. So if you, while you think of your favourite songs by Alan, put them in the comments box when we do the show. Your memories of Alan. I've seen him. I mean, I saw him 2 or 3 times. Absolutely fantastic man. He drove that band to start with. Anyway, enough of Mr. Lancaster. We'll talk more about him on Wednesday. And for now, I'll be off. So ta-ta and enjoy the programs.